Alright guys, welcome to the video. Anthony Special here with Hawkeye Traders. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Going to be taking a look here at the Russell 2000 futures market. We're going to be looking at a 5-minute chart, meaning each candle represents 5 minutes of price action. So let's just kind of see what sticks out, right? What am I always looking for? Ultra high volume or a wide bar. Because the most amount of volatility is transpired in those short periods of time, they become very notable, all right? And that's really what the Hawkeye tools are designed very specifically to do, okay? So as you can see with this first wide bar here, we place a high that, subsequently we're unsuccessful in closing above. Inversely, we then place another wide bar roughly about an hour later into that same level, and then we're again unsuccessful in closing above it. Followed by this doji style reversal candle, also on high volume but not as high, and then we still fail to continue onward and upward. What does that lead me to believe? It leads me to believe very quickly and very efficiently that the buyers are going to be, at least for the short term, unsuccessful in overtaking this area, pushing above and beyond. So do I want to try to buy into this? No. Do I want to try to buy a push through it? No. I probably don't even want to buy a break of it. I probably want to see the market push, confirm, and then maybe come back and retest. Now you can see, just about another hour or so later, we put in another lower high, okay? Fast forward another 90 minutes roughly, we then put in another lower high. So as we're continuing the process of putting in lower highs, we have to understand that, the buyers are, at least for the moment, somewhat unsuccessful in trying to push lower, right? And push higher rather. Not only that, just take note of the lows, right? Like, what do we have here? Okay, really nice, clean trend line. Touches this first wide bar, touches this first low. So wide bar, right? First low, second low, third low. So what is that telling us? It's telling us that the buyers have been unsuccessful here, which was easy to identify because the Hawkeye volume told us they were present. The wide bar brought our attention to it. The radar dots told us that it was ultra high buying volume. And it's very clear to see, at least thus far, we have made no genuine effort to push through and close above this level. In fact, we've put in sequentially lower highs, sequentially lower lows, right? So you need to be able to observe this type of weakness. This morning we got strong economic data at 8:30, which caused the NASDAQ, the S&P to push very aggressively. We got more news at 9:45 and 10 a.m. and you can see that the Russell here actually decoupled from those other two markets. So while we watched those other two markets live push, there was a reason that they didn't follow through. And the Russell, was certainly not partaking in the same momentum. And in fact, the NASDAQ, the S&P ended up rolling over. But when you just focus on a few indices that have influential, meaning, all you have to look at, guys, without overcomplicating it, right? You don't need to go into this indicators tab and put 300 different things on your chart that are essentially going to show you or print based on the volume and price action. You can simply use the Hawkeye volume, the Hawkeye price action, to understand exactly what's happening, when, where, and why. So what I want to do is invite you to go below this video, click on the training webinar link, consume the content, take some notes. Feel free to reach out to us. I'd like to get these indicators populating on your chart. They work on TradeStation, NinjaTrader, TradingView, and MetaTrader, okay? You can trade stocks, futures, forex, cryptocurrencies, options. You can day trade, swing trading, even position trade with them, all right? Because the relationship between volume and price action is congruent throughout all the things I just mentioned. So understanding that in itself will help provide you with insights that lagging indicators are simply not going to. right? These two wide bars, failure to close above one another, a final attempt that fails, tells me that I'm not looking to buy the dip, right? I'm looking to sell potentially the next rally, right? Or the one subsequent to that, right? Drew two very simplistic trend lines, told me where potential future support and resistance can be found. Now all I have to do is pay attention to what the volume and price action are leading me to believe. So, again, I invite you, go below this video, click on that link. It's going to take you to a training webinar. I'd like you to watch it, take some notes. Feel free to reach out to myself and the Hawkeye Concierge team with any questions you have. I'd like to get these indicators on your screen ASAP. All right. I'd like to get you access to the Hawkeye Volume Mastery Series. I want you to start learning how to understand the interaction that transpires on all time frames and all assets between volume and price action. And I can assure you, your screen will end up looking like mine. Nothing but volume and price action, because at the end of the day, guys, that's all that matters. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being here. God bless. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next